Hello dear students, my name is Olžabaeva. I am a teacher of the Department of Foreign Languages and Translation Studies. And today we will speak about stative verbs. Stative verbs, also known as non-action verbs. Let's look at some examples. I'm enjoying a beautiful day at the park. I see people everywhere. I hear children laughing and people talking. This man prefers the shade. This woman likes the sun. Everyone is relaxing. Do you know what kind of verbs these are? That's right. These are stative verbs, also called non-action verbs. They do not express an action, they express a state. We use them to talk about thoughts, emotions, senses, and states of being. We do not use them to talk about actions. Let's look at another examples. Mary believes that sun can make her happy. Believe is related to thoughts. Other examples are agree, remember, understand, prefer, and know. John hates the sun, so he's sitting in the shade. Hate is related to emotions. Other examples of stative verbs that are related to emotions are love, like, and dislike. This ice cream tastes good. The verb taste is related to senses. Other examples of stative verbs that are related to senses are hear, smell, sound, see, feel, and look. Here in the park, almost everyone has a hat. The verb have is expressing a state of being. Other examples are be, appear, need, and want. Careful, do not use verbs that express states with ing. Here are some examples of how can you use stative verbs correctly. The music sounds beautiful. Who wants something to drink? You are so handsome. Do you hear that? Do you know where Tom went? We must not use ing with stative verbs. Notice none of those examples have ing. We cannot say sounding, wanting, being, hearing, or knowing. It's incorrect. Because we can't use ing with stative verbs. That means we can't use stative verbs in any progressive tenses. Well, there are some exceptions you should know about. Some verbs can express both states and actions, depending on the context. We can use think as an action verb or verb of state. Let's take a look at how think can be used as an action verb. We can say, he's thinking about lunch. He's not thinking about class. In this case, we can use think with ing because it's expressing an action. However, if I say, she thinks the teacher is boring, now I'm using think as a verb of state. Here means believe, so we can use it with ing. Be is another example. It can be used on action verb and a verb of state. For example, Bob is usually a good student, but today he's being disrespectful. Here we can use be with ing to express that something is different than it normally is. Alex is the youngest in the class. Here it is a verb of state, so we can use ing. Have can also be an action verb and a verb of state. For example, Maria is having a hard time understanding. The teacher has some important information. Now you know about stative verbs. Thank you for your attention.